This team can be as unprepared and terrible as you can imagine and then win 8 straight games. All right, friends, let's just look at a couple plays at the beginning of this Vikings-Falcons game to try to get a feel for kind of what was going on here and what the differences were, because a lot of people like to complain about the play calling, or they say there were injuries. Okay, let's just look at the first couple plays for the Falcons and the first couple plays for the Vikings. And let's just see how much of it was play calling and injuries and any of that, okay? So let's look at the first play by the Falcons. Did they have some really creative play call? Falcons line up. Penix is in the shotgun. Guy in motion. Just, okay, run play to the left. Ivan Pace missed the tackle. Metellus can't catch him. That's just a run play to kind of get the juices flowing, but gets like 25 yards. They were terrible running the football a week ago. And the first play, they get like 25 yards, okay? And look at that missed tackle. That's just horrible. Ivan Pace. Second play for the Falcons here. Pretty bunchy formation here. Oh, look at that hole. Just massive hole. And then just nobody there. So again, like 40 yards on the first 2 plays. And just a run to the left, run to the right. Let's go back, though. Let's look at that second play. Look at, they're all so close to the line of scrimmage here. Look at the snap. When it's snapped, there's 6 guys right on the line. And then Eric Wilson, who's about 4 yards from the line, rushes straight to where Ivan Pace is at the line of scrimmage. So now you got 7 guys right at the line, bunched in there, unable to move laterally if they need to. And what happens? The 2 linebackers get stuck in the middle, and there's just a massive hole. Like, it's like the play calling isn't anything special here. There's no defensive scheme. We're just going to all run to the same spot. It's like Kevin O'Connell calling a pass play near the end zone. We'll just run to the same spot and hope it works out. You can say, oh, well, it's because Cashman's out and, Eric Wilson isn't supposed to be out there. Pace isn't supposed to be out there. Well, there's a lot of teams when their backups come in, don't give up 20 yards a rush. Okay, that's not all. That's bad coaching. Now, let's go to the Vikings' first couple plays. So now the Vikings, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. What do they got cooked up here? McCarthy in the shotgun. Naylor in motion. And a quick pass to the sideline. Look at that. So what is the maximum amount of yardage that play was going to get? Exactly what it got. 2 yards. There's no chance for any yards after the catch. Jalen Naylor is like probably your fastest guy. And you run a quick pass, a 2-yard dump-off pass that gives him no chance to run after the catch. You're basically conceding we're going to be 2nd and 8. And look at how this pattern is run. I mean, it just, the throw wasn't very good, and the route wasn't good. Naylor in motion. McCarthy takes the snap. I think he threw it too late. I think McCarthy threw it too late. And Naylor's, he is practically out of bounds when he catches this. It's low. He has to go down to catch it. And he's barely in bounds. It's just nothing about that play. And that's the play you start off the game with. Presumably, you practiced that play. Presumably, you knew going in you're going to run that play. It's scripted, and you can't execute. The throw is bad. The throw is late. The throw is low. The route is bad. 2 yards. So it's like, is that play calling? Well, it's multiple things. It's crappy play calling, crappy execution, crappy coaching. Let's look at the second play. A lot of guys there. Everybody's in it. So obviously that was an obvious run formation. And Aaron Jones ran into Brian O'Neill. O'Neill had kind of nobody to block, but I guess he blocked his own guy. He blocked Aaron Jones. There could have been a hole. That's so ironic. There could have been a hole if the offensive lineman wasn't there. Well, I guess O'Neill was blocking somebody. It's just there were 3 other Falcons ready to make a tackle. But what's that like? The Falcons are like swarming. Their linebacker, number 0, doesn't end up right in the middle of the line, bunched up and trapped. He follows the run to the right, makes the tackle. Just a better player, a smarter player, better coach player. Number 0. Look at number 0. Look at him. That's how you do it. You use your brain, and you wait a split second after the snap to see where the play is going. Then you make your move, you dummies. 3rd and 7 now. Naylor again in motion. McCarthy escapes. Now, doesn't get the first down. Now, could they have gotten a first down there? I think so. What should he have done? Well, watch him again. Roll out to the right. Look at Aaron Jones. You got Aaron Jones. You got Aaron Jones. Should have hit Aaron Jones, but McCarthy wants to be the hero. He thinks he's still in college, and he can run over that defender or run around that defender. So that sticks should have moved there. Should have hit Aaron Jones. Didn't. And then this is just stupid. I mean, this is just stupid. Like, what? This is just stupid.
Oh, yeah? I'll tell you what's stupid. You, stupid.
And it's not because it didn't work. If this had worked, which it didn't, it wasn't going to work. It's a stupid idea. It's a stupid idea. The problem here is, let's say you get that first down. What happens? It's taken you 4 plays to get 10.1 yards. Your offense looks like crap, regardless of whether you get that first down or not. So what happens? You probably run 3 more plays and punt. So, like, what is the point of going for that with such a stupid play? So you could get another 3 downs and punt. Let's look at the second Vikings series. 3 and out. Lined up. 2 wide receivers. Again, Naylor in motion to the left. Do we have anything that doesn't involve Naylor in motion to the left? Right up the frickin' middle. 78. Is he a backup? Just gets blown back. You got Garrett Bradbury clone out there. Aaron Jones limping. What do you know? Haven't seen Jordan Mason yet. First 2 series, we don't see Jordan Mason. 2nd and 3. So we run 2 plays. We get 8 yards, so we're in 3rd and 2, which I think is good to Kevin O'Connell. But to me, it's like, well, why don't we still haven't run a single play that gets the ball past the line, past the first down marker. At least tried to throw a ball past the first down marker. Haven't done it yet. We're just trying to inch our way. What happens on 3rd and 2 here? And look at this play call. I mean, look at the play though. Look at the receivers here. There's nobody for him to throw. It's 3rd and 2. You should have a quick pass, quick play, quick read. Guy at the bottom, whoever that is, isn't open. Hawkinson releases late. He's not open. He's not even into his route hardly yet. What's McCarthy supposed to do there? That's like a typical Kevin O'Connell 3rd and short play call. Let's run the slowest developing play we can. Vikings got 1st and goal later in the game. Not much later. I think it was the first half. In the 2nd quarter at the 2-yard line. Okay? And what do they do? Like this play. Again, McCarthy dropped it. So you can blame McCarthy, but it just looks like a stupid Kevin O'Connell play. Like overcomplicated. It's like it's a fake. What is he doing? I don't even know what this was supposed to be.
I don't know what this is supposed to be.
Let's just try to understand what he's trying to do, what Kevin O'Connell's trying to do with this play call. So Naylor again in motion. Naylor in motion to the left is our thing. Fake, I think fake to Naylor, fake to Jordan Mason, and McCarthy wasn't supposed to drop it. I don't know who the pass was supposed to go to in the end, but whoever McCarthy threw to, McCarthy recovered, and there's nobody open. Maybe it was supposed to come back to Naylor. But again, so complicated. So complicated. I don't know if Naylor would have gotten in if McCarthy hadn't dropped it and thrown it back to him, because Falcons seemed ready for everything we had. And people would be like, oh, you're overreacting. Don't overreact. It's just one game. Shut up. Shut up. This is an embarrassment. This Atlanta Falcons team, they might not be a bad team. They might be a pretty good team. There is no excuse for losing like this at home, unless it's the frickin' Super Bowl champions coming in. Even that, you should put up a fight. This is just embarrassing. Team was completely unprepared. The whole team, physically unprepared, poorly coached, poor play calling, stupid decisions by the coach. But other than that, hey, Jared Allen did a great job blowing that horn, right? Let's see what the commenters say on my my reaction video. Never been more worried about this team since 2010. After seeing what the Lions did, we aren't even in the ballpark. Hawkinson is beyond overrated. Truth, truth, truth. Now, I'm honestly, though, I can't say I'm that worried, because this is par for the course. Even if you go back to the Zimmer days in 2017, they looked terrible for four games, and then they roll off a bunch of wins. This team can be as unprepared and terrible as you can imagine, and then win 8 straight games. That's just how it is, seemingly with the Vikings, and even more so with Kevin O'Connell. So I'm not like, well, they're gonna go 4-13. I don't know. Certainly that the team that played the Falcons would go 0-17, and they've only played 1 decent quarter out of 8 this year. And McCarthy's hurt already. He's played, 2 games in his career. He's been hurt twice. 2 major injuries. So, I don't know. We got Carson Wentz coming in, not terribly. Hopefully that's the last national televised game for a while. Yeah. Hopefully the playoffs and the Super Bowl aren't on national television. Then the Vikings will have a chance. This is the result of poor drafting over the past 6 drafts. They have drafted 3 blue chip players over that time. He says Jefferson, Darrisaw, and possibly Addison. I hate to break it to y'all, but there's only one blue chip player there. There's Jefferson. Darrisaw is always hurt, and Addison is not blue chip. He's a nice number 2 receiver. New O-line looks like the old O-line, soft, just like the coach. Well, the whole team is soft. That's the problem. You see how they come out? Falcons run right down their throat. Vikings try to run down their throat and get it pushed back into their own throat. This team looks terrible. Coach of the year / Timu model has been blown out 3 of the last 4 games. Yep. You look at the last 4 games the Vikings have played. The Lions, the Rams in the playoffs, and then the first 2. Basically, 3 of the last 4 games, and if you take out the fourth quarter of the Bears, it'd be 4 of the last 4 games. Just unprepared. And I think part of it is that the team drank their own Kool-Aid when they had that great record, and they haven't recovered yet. Seems like other teams use quick passes and screens to negate the pass rush we send at them. I wonder if something like that could work for our offense. Oh, I'm being silly. We shouldn't do that. Well, you're actually trying to come up with a plan to counter what the opposing team would do. But that's not the Kevin O'Connell way. What you do is you just have a script that's based on like the most vanilla play calling you could have, and you try that for like a quarter or quarter and a half, or maybe 3 quarters. And then if you get near the goal line, you run a stupid, ridiculous, crazy trick play that doesn't work. That's it. That's the Kevin O'Connell way. So I don't see how the O-line looks this awful. Well, people say it's injuries. Oh, it's not all injuries. Sorry, this is how it always looks. Well, here we go. EA Harvard alum. I went to Harvard.
Well, Lottie frickin' da!
For those people complaining about the O-line, did you bother to watch any of the film? Okay, this is like a novel. For those people complaining about the O-line, did you bother to watch any of the film? They are pretty much attacking where Darrisaw would be. No, they're not. They're just steamrolling the whole line. And school is horrible. I'll take your word for it. In addition, Kelly left the game early. Yeah, why are guys always hurt? Maybe they're not physically prepared by the coaching staff. Maybe sitting on their asses during preseason. Maybe they come out not ready to play. Combine that with us coming off that emotional win in Chicago, the results didn't surprise me. You're not surprised that they looked this bad at home against the Falcons. You're not surprised? You expected them to get absolutely blown out at home? Coming off a win last week on the road? You expected that? No, you didn't. I'm happy we had this experience early in the season. Well, I kind of see your point there. This team needs to get kind of punched in the mouth, and guys need to wake up. The guys who miss tackles, the guys who just... But there's only so much you can do. Other teams will copy what Atlanta did and will lead to answer. What did Atlanta do? Just let the Vikings let them run for 20 yards a carry? Like, Atlanta didn't do anything special when they were running down our throat. They just manhandled us. Anyway, I guess it is Overreaction Monday. Okay, this pisses me off. This really pisses me off. Vikings got their asses kicked by an average team in a primetime game at home. Asses kicked. Physically dominated. Unprepared in every facet of the game except maybe special teams. Asses kicked. It's embarrassing. It's overreaction Monday. Yeah, it's an overreaction if you say the Vikings will not win another game this year. But if it's not an overreaction to say this is embarrassing and a disgrace, and this shouldn't have happened, that is not an overreaction. And if you don't think that, you're a loser. And you must be a typical Minnesotan. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Ivan Pace will learn to tackle. The offensive line will learn to block. The other team will stop trying to beat us. So anyway, Carson Wentz is coming in, as we knew he would. When we signed him, it's like, well, Scott Farkas is going to be starting before long. He'll be better than J.J. McCarthy, which isn't saying much. But I don't think he'll be the answer. But we'll see. The rest of the team has to start playing. It's not all on the quarterback when the rest of the team's this bad. Anyway. It'll be fine. They could squeak into the playoffs. That's all we really care in Minnesota, right?